Hello, folks. Hope you're all doing good. So, in this video, we will discuss about unions and intersections in TypeScript. Now, I will ask you one question before proceeding ahead, and that is you have two types, that is A and B. Now, what does this A and B represent? You have four options. You can check the options and answer in the comment section below. I will give you the right answer at the end of the video. So, let's get started. So I will start by creating few interfaces. So let's say I want one interface of a circle, and here I will give the radius of number. Then we will have one interface of a square, and the square will be having one side of the type number. Now let's say I also want one interface of a rectangle, and the rectangle will be having one length of the type number and also one breadth of the type number. Now let's say I have a function. This function, let me call it shape function, and this shape function expects one shape. And here, what do I have to pass? So I have to pass either the circle or the square or the rectangle. Now, the issue is that sometimes we may want to pass only one shape, which could be any of the three. And this is where unions come to help us. So what we can simply do is write something like this. So we will write shape type equals to, and this shape type could be any of the three. So what we can write is circle, and then this vertical bar, square, and then the rectangle. So this is what we can write, and this means the shape type could be having the circle, the square, or the rectangle. So here let me simply give the shape type, and let me do one console log. I will write this is the shape function, and let me output the shape. Now let me call the shape function. I will call it by the rectangle. So I will let's say I will give the length of 5 and the breadth of 3. Now if I run this thing, you will see that this is a shape function, length 5 and breadth 3. And the important part is that I can also pass for the square. So I will give side equals to 5. So here there is some issue, and that is argument of type side number is not assignable to parameter of type shape type. Property color is missing in type. So the issue is that in the interface also we had declared these same types, and that is why it is showing some errors. So let me just comment these things out, and the error is gone. So if I once again run this thing, we have side 5, and we can also make it radius. If I run once again, it will like run accordingly. So this is how this like this OR comes to help us. So this vertical slash is nothing but an OR. Now there is also an and in TypeScript we also call this unions and intersections. So for a union, I will write shape union equals to circle and square and rect. Now what will happen here is another function, let's say function of shape union, and let's say it will take one argument called shape union, and this shape union will be of the type shape union. Let me do one console log of this is the shape union function, and let me also output the shape union. And when I'm trying to call this function shape union, let's say, what this will expect is everything associated with the circle, the interface, and the rectangle. So if I simply pass, let's say, radius of 10, it will throw one error. It is saying argument of type radius number is not assignable to parameter of type shape union. Property side is missing, and but required in type square. So let me also pass the side of, let's say, 12, and it is still showing some error. So it is saying that this is missing from the following properties, that is length and width. So I also have to give the length of, let's say, 15, and the breadth of, let's say, 14. Now all the errors are gone. Now if I run this thing once again, what do we get? We get this is a shape union function and all of these four things. So this thing, as we all know in other languages also, this is the end. So this is how basically unions and intersections you know come to help us in TypeScript. So coming back to the question that I asked at the beginning of the video, and if you have watched till the end, you already know the answer. You have the type A and B. So what does the type A slash A and B represent? And the right answer is option C. So yeah, that's all for this video. If you have learned something new here, consider liking the video. It gives me a lot of motivation to create a lot more videos like this. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.